All right, guys, I'm trying to make this short and sweet. Multiplying rational expressions, basically multiplying fractions, which you should know how to do already. Maybe not algebraic ones, but regular fractions. Much easier than adding or subtracting them. Here we go. All right, these are pretty much the rules. Rules are, first of all, we're going to simplify before we multiply. And to simplify, you're allowed to cancel common factors. That's a key word today, common factors. There it is, there it is. There, common factors. You're allowed to cancel common factors, which is what we're going to be doing all day today. So make sure you get on your factoring skills. All right, first one, it says simplify, and it says x squared minus 2x minus 15 over x squared minus 9. You need to factor first. Don't be the person who does this. Watch this. I see people do this all the time. They go like, oh, there's an x squared. You can't do that. Oh, there's 9. That's 3. That's 5. You can't do that. Don't be the person that does that. You can only cancel factors, which means you got to factor first if you can. The top one you can factor like this. It'd be x minus 5 over x plus 3 because 5 and 3 give you 15. And if you add them, you get negative 2 in the middle. The bottom is a difference of squares. You just get x plus 3 over x minus 3. Now you're ready to cancel stuff. So I see an x plus 3 and x plus 3 there and there. They're gone. What that leaves for my answer in my numerator is x minus 5. My denominator is x minus 3. You are done. That's all. Again, don't be the person that would do something like this and cancel those x's. You can't do that. They're not factors. Those are called add-ins. All right, multiplying rational. Now we get to the real deal here. When you multiply, we're going to multiply. All you do is multiply the top. You multiply the bottom. Then you can start canceling stuff, or you can factor first and cancel stuff. Anyway, you can cancel. All right, anything on the numerator with anything in the denominator, you're allowed to cancel. And when you multiply, just multiply the top, multiply the bottom of fractions. Very simple. If you want to read all that, you can read that later. There it is. All right, so first of all, I'm going to try not to make this too messy. A couple ways you can go with this. I'm going to show you the quick way first, and then you can back up. If you don't like my way, you can go back and do it the other way, but this is really good. What I see, first of all, I see a 2 and an 8. 2 goes into 8 4 times. But I also see a 4 down here and a 4 up there. So those are just gone. All that leaves in my numerator is a 7. All right, I'm going to go ahead and multiply my whole numerator together now. If I look at my x's, I got an x3 and x4. Remember, when you multiply, you add exponents. Look at your y's. Y and y cubed is y4. My denominator, there are no coefficients left, so it's really a 1. I have an x squared, and I'm going to have a y cubed when I add my exponents. Now, look at what I have now. I have nothing to cancel the 7 with. Look at your x's. Remember what you do when you divide. You subtract exponents. I'm about to do 7 minus 2, which is 5. Look at the y's. 4 minus 3 is 1. That's it. Now, your variable stays where your biggest exponent was. Like on this part right here, if the x7 would have been in my denominator and x2 my numerator, then the x would have ended up in my denominator. Same thing with the y's. My larger y was in my numerator. That's why the y stayed in my numerator, because that's all you do when you multiply. All right, multiply, cancel out what you can. I'm going to show you one more here. All right. 3x minus 3x squared over x squared plus 4x minus 5 times x squared plus x minus 20 over 3x. Now remember, don't be the one who cancels too early. You can only cancel factors. Have I said that yet? You can only cancel factors. So I'm going to factor everything. This first one on the top, you can take out a GCF, which is 3x. When you take that out, that leaves a 1 minus x, because I took out a 3x out of this term, which just leaves an x. My denominator, I need factors of 5 that will give me 4. It'd be x plus 5 and x minus 1 times, same thing over here. I'm going to factor x plus 5, x minus 4. So you have a couple of options here. You can go ahead and cancel right now if you want to. That is completely legal now that you have everything factored. Matter of fact, I think that's what I'm about to do. So what I see, first of all, I see x plus 5, x plus 5. Those are gone. 3x, 3x. Those are out of here. Now, one trick here, and that's mainly the reason I put this problem up, was because on my numerator I have an 1 minus x. Down here I have an x minus 1. Those are complete opposites, meaning the 1 is positive on the top and negative on the bottom. The x is negative on the top and positive on the bottom. So they're complete opposites. You are allowed to cancel opposites, but They have to be complete opposites as long as you put a -1. And that goes back to this. The reason you can do this, think about what 4 divided by -4 is. It's -1 because they're opposites. Anytime you divide opposites, you get -1. So in my numerator, what I have left right now, I have a -1 and an x minus 4. In my denominator, every single thing canceled. There's nothing down there. So, I guess technically you could leave your answer like that. It would be kind of weird. I'm going to go ahead and distribute that -1 and make it -x plus 4. And let that be my final answer when I multiply. And guys, that's all there is to it. Try to keep the video short. We're going to work on this again tomorrow. You're only going to have like 5 or 6 questions to do on this. So, matter of fact, I might even post answers. If you'll text me as you're working, if you're having any trouble at all, I'll post all the answers, all the final answers, so you can kind of check and see as you go. Don't mind doing that at all for you. Your answers are your assignment today is a Google Doc. Tomorrow we may go back to Delta Math a minute or two and see what happens there, but today just a Google Doc. So turn into Google Classroom. Have a good Monday. Let me know if you need me. I will answer any question you have. See ya.